Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I have a video for you, pretty interesting and a thorough video of how to clean and fry live blue crabs. Now I know everywhere over the internet, over YouTube, I always see people doing seafood boils. I see them doing snow crabs, king crabs, but a lot of people don't mess with live blue crabs. I'm a southern girl, so I'm going to tell you these things are feisty, and it is a lot of work to it, but these are live blue crabs that I got from my local farmer's market. I do recommend that you keep them cool because that's what keeps them asleep. However, we live pretty far from the market and we didn't get them to put them on ice. So by the time I got home, as you can see, they were live and ready to fight with me.
Welcome to our ride where anything is possible. This channel's just to explore. Come on in and enjoy our ride. Bring your appetite. It's Mike and Lyrics Food Porn.
So guys, what I was telling you before is you really want to make sure that you keep those suckers cold on ice. It keeps them asleep and it keeps you from having to fight with them while they're alive. They will claw you. So I recommend that what you're going to need, of course, your crabs. You're going to need some tongs and you're going to need a glove that way that you don't get your fingers pricked when you get yourself in there trying to clean them. So instead of putting your hands in there trying to grab them, I recommend that you grab them with the tongs. If they're asleep and they're on ice, then you won't have to fight with them. You can just pick them up by the claws. But as you can see, these were already starting to come awake. So I'm trying to, this is a slippery one, but I'm trying to get them in my hand so I can show you. Actually, this glove is not helping. But what you want to do, you see this shell that's around them. This outer shell is what you're going to want to remove. And I removed that first. There's this back piece that you're also going to want to remove, and the front little piece where they're so what you want to do is just pry that hard shell away from the body. And be careful because you can stick yourself with all of these little areas. So be careful when you're doing this. And it just pulls away like that. So this is the first step of what I do, is take all of these hard shells off of the body of the crabs. And I discard that into my little trash bin. I have that there. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'll show you one more if I can get it. So what I'm showing you here is when you do pick them up, you want to make sure that their claws aren't where they can pinch you. And you're going to try to pry that hard shell away from the body. Keep those pinchers where they can't get you. This is the need for the glove. It is pretty slippery with the glove, so I kind of took it off halfway through. And this is almost painful to watch, guys, but you just take that hard shell off of the body and discard it. And you just put that away to the side. So I have about 24 crabs, 2 dozen crabs. So I'm going to do this to all 2 dozen of them, taking off and removing that hard shell from the body. And then I'll show you what the next step of that process is. into doing blue crabs. And when I say work, I mean like it is messy. It's even messy just to eat blue crabs. I mean, you have to deshell them, you have to crack them open. There's so much membrane, everything on that. But look, I'm a country girl. I'm from Florida. I'm from the South, and I grew up on fried crabs. So if you want to know what is the best, easiest fried crab recipe, I have it for you right here. The hardest thing is going to be fighting these jokers because you have to make sure you get live blue crabs, and they are feisty. So stay tuned. Look at this video. I'm going to give you all the tips I can give you on how to make this easy, how to not get stuck, because I have got stuck plenty of times messing with these crabs. They are live. They do have really sharp claws, so you have to be careful. I actually have 24 crabs, so not only do I have some that I've already started here that are here in the sink, if you can see that. Not only do I have the ones I already started, but I also have more that are in the bag right here. Right? So while I'm shelling the ones that I've already started, I have still another dozen that are here. So I want to make sure that they don't get, because you have to keep them cold. So I just have like a small little bucket here. We use this bucket to just, wash dishes in or soak things in. So I have this little bucket I'm going to put them in. So I'm going to put them in here and put some ice in there, and I'll be right back, okay? Open this one's finger out. So that glove kind of makes me where I don't have a good grip. And you want to make sure you crack these as quick as possible. It's not a race, but I told you I have another bag in there. So I've done a dozen. And now I can get started on the other dozen. And while I'm doing this, I'm constantly just washing my hands, trying to keep them as clean as possible. But of course, it's going to have to be thoroughly cleaned at the end. This is a messy process. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I don't know if you can see that. You see that spit he's doing? I don't know what that's called. My mom always says that they're spitting the meat out. So, if you ever get a crab and they don't have a lot of meat in them, that's why they have to keep cooled. So these are pretty cool. I just got them out of the refrigerator. We just came from the market. They were on ice. So, but of course, the longer it takes me to deshell them, the longer it are. Now those, they're fine. I'm just going to clean those and stick those in the refrigerator. Once you have the shells off of them, they're fine. You have time to clean them. But as long as they're alive, get stuff like that. So far, I only see that one that's doing that, so that's fine. This was the one that was spinning. He's attached to a whole bunch of other ones. Try to get them. And I did have to take his leg off in order to detach him from the other one. That's fine. There's not much meat in the legs anyway. And then stick that over there for later. And you can just see how many of them are just together, if you're a chef and you have like a better way of doing this, please tell me. This is the hardest part, and this is why people just hate to, this is why people usually always just boil these, but in my opinion, they're so much better fried, and even though this is a whole lot of work, it's worth it. And you can see these two are stuck together. I'm trying to see if I can pry them apart, and apparently I can't. So I'm going to take this one's claw off. Stick that over there, then that leaves him defenseless on that side. And since he's defenseless on that side and they're stuck together, I should be able to take this one's back off. And again, those edges there, they're really sharp. So you can even cut yourself. Can you see those edges? You can even cut yourself on that. So you want to make sure that you're very careful not to cut yourself on those edges. I know this is weird, guys, but sometimes they get stuck together, so. And there he goes. Okay, so this is the one that was stuck to that one. This one was a soft shell, so sometimes on the soft shells they break in half while you're peeling them. And like I said, guys, it's a lot of washing of my hands, so this part isn't really fun, so I'm just gonna keep doing this and I'll be right back. Like, this is the last one. I didn't do a thumbnail, I realized. Is that good? Okay, so that is the whole 2 dozen of the crabs deshelled. I've just so far just taken the shell off, and that was the hardest part. So now that I get to this part, it's going to be a lot easier. All I'm going to do is pluck these membranes off of each one. Make sure I discard it here in the trash. Pluck this membrane out. These are just, I call them fingers. So you're just taking them in your hand and plucking them off like that. Discard it. And I always use cold water. Of course, I'm going to clean these. And so I always have, this is my garbage bowl. This is the bowl they're in. This is my wash bowl. And I always have a third bowl, which is where I'm going to be putting the cleaned ones. And I'll use this one. Guys. So those are just some claws that were in the water. So I've just put some cold water in this wash, so I'm just going to be using it as a bath. And what I'm doing is I'm taking any excess things that are just on the crab. I'm tearing it off. Like, these are the little pieces that are in the front of the crab. And I'm just going to discard those. And just to show you, you see that little piece right there that's in front of the crab? That's what that was. You're going to want to tear that off. So again, I took those fingers off already. I tore that little piece off. So now I'm just cleaning that middle stuff right there that you see. I'm just cleaning that off.
I'm just dipping it in the bath, running my finger through there smooth, making sure I dig all in there and getting all of that excess out, because I don't want any of that when I fry it. I want to fry up any of that. And it's not going to be perfect, guys. I know some people are like, ew, that's disgusting. But, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Think about when you do a blue crab boil, this stuff is actually in it when it's cooked. So, you know, and then when it's already cooked, the opportunity to clean it is not there anymore. So, I'm just going to show you how I clean these, and then we'll get back. So again, I'm dipping it in that water, and then another thing, on the back, there's that piece you remove. So you have the little fingers that you remove. You remove that little piece from the front, and then you try to wash that center piece out. And guys, I don't want to gross you out, so I'm trying to clean it out as best I can for you, but just to show you that it should look like this once it's done. So that's the done one. So I'm just going to put this in my bowl here, and this is my bowl of cleaned ones. And I'm just going to repeat that process until they're all done. Again, I'll show you again. These are the little fingers here. I take those and I just pull them off. Pull those off. Of course, they're on both sides. So you got one step. Then you have this little fellow here in the front. Peel that off. That's the second step. Third step, you have this little back part here. If you didn't get that when you were taking the hug off, you want to get that now. Take that off, discard it. The last step is cleaning out this middle part. A lot of that you can just stick your finger in and dig out, but I always like to use the water because that just ensures that you're getting as much out as you can. And as you can see, they're still moving. So even though we've done all of that to it, crabs are survivors. It takes them a while to die. And that's the clean. Fingers. You know, and if you're uncomfortable with all of this, of course, always you can use a glove. Me, I'm so used to it, I just prefer using my hands because I can't really get in there without being able to feel everything. And guys, if the idea of getting in there freaks you out, you can also use a spoon, guys. All you're doing is digging out that. You're digging out that. I call it membrane. I don't know what it is. It's the guts. Whatever. You're just digging that out. Okay. So guys, the whole time I was working with these, I noticed that most of them, I don't know if, I don't know which is which, but female, I think this one is female. Comment down below if you know which one. The backs are different on the male and the female. So this is the back of the female or male, and this is the one of the male, I believe. So comment down below if you know which is which, female or male. I just showed you this because it's different from cleaning them. The female one is kind of easier to get under. You just kind of lift under and pull it back and rip it from the body, and that's how you get that one off. But then for the male, as you can see, it's kind of like more deep in that groove, so you kind of have to get in there. You can just use the tip of your finger to get in there. It's not hard to get in there. You just have to put your bed of your fingernail right underneath that and pull up. Can you see that? And then it comes up like that. So I noticed that this batch looked like it had a lot of females in it. Not sure why. But yeah guys, comment down below if you know which is which. And I noticed that the middle of that one is a little lighter too. Of the females usually has a lot of orange in it, as you can see. See the difference? So I said I thought it was a little interesting tidbit to share with you guys. And I am almost finished. And let's say if I had to say how long it took from cleaning them, bringing them home to the market, and cleaning them,
like I said, 2 dozen. Should have been 24, but I think it was more like I think it was more like 30, because they did give us extra ones. They even gave us a free drink. I'm not sure why, but yeah. And these blue crabs, they came in a brown bag. When they bag them at the market, they usually put them in a brown paper bag. And if you're traveling far, they ask you if you need ice. If you are traveling far, please let them know, because you have to keep them cold, because that's what keeps them asleep. And you don't want them waking up on your way home from the market, right? Because they'll go bad, and when they go bad, it stinks. And if that smell gets in your car, it's really hard to get out. So let's see, it was like 2 dozen, and these were $25, I believe. $25 for 2 dozen. So it was like $12.99 a pound. So it's not bad. And as you guys can see, these aren't really big. These aren't jumbo crab. That's another thing that some of the crabs have in them, is those little pink. Now, when I was growing up, I told you I grew up with crabs, so I used to think that that was the baby. That means they're pregnant. So I don't know what that means. I know this. If you're squirmish, I'm sorry. This probably isn't a good video. I should have told you that from the beginning. But yeah, it's nasty cleaning crabs. But I promise you, getting to the next video, I'll show you guys how to fry them. And it's everything. So yes, this is going to be a 2-part video. I didn't think it was going to take this long. But those things in the middle, if you know what that is, please let me know. I used to think it was like babies. I'm not sure if it's lungs or what, but I know this is disgusting. You just scrape it out, because I think it would be even more disgusting to eat that. I mean, if you do eat that, please let me know. Like, you eat it, what do? You fry it, or if you boil it and you see that in there, do you eat it? Or yeah, I've eaten crabs my whole life, and since I was a kid, and I have never, not once, tried to eat that. That's disgusting. So yeah, let me know if you have, or if you know what those little pink things are called. I think my last one has it in there too. So I'll show you again once I'm done cleaning this one. And this is just, so far I've deshelled them and I've gutted each one. But then the final step would be, I do wash them again. Because of course these come from the ocean. So there's a lot of stuff on it. So you want to make sure they're really clean. But as far as that thing I was telling you about, is that pink part. It's that thing right there. Can you see? I don't want to spread this juice around my kitchen. I'm going to have to bleach the kitchen after this. But yeah. And then I do want to say this too. During this process, like I told you, those little sharp things that are on the shell of the crab, they can cut you. You can cut your fingers on those when you're taking when you're taking that shell off. So and then of course they can snap you from the pincher. So there's so many ways for you to injure yourself. So during the process of cleaning them, if you do get any cuts or bites, just make sure you clean them thoroughly. And I always put like Neosporin on it. Every time I clean seafood, I always feel dirty afterwards. So of course I'm just gonna take a shower after this, even though I'm about to cook these. But yes guys, that's what I suggest, is that you make sure you put something antiseptic, something on it, keep it clean. It's just a cut. But like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a chef, I'm pretty sure there's maybe some chef like looking that's like, oh my God, that's like the totally the wrong way to clean crabs. So if you have a better way, like, hey, let me know, share with me, because I would love to know a faster way to do it. So, because this, of course, like I said, this is the hard part. But the next step is the easy part, which is frying them up and eating them, which is the best part. And even though it takes a lot to get them clean, I believe, in my opinion, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. So, last crab, they're clean. And from this step, I have them all here, cleaned in a pile here. And what I'm going to do next is clean out my sink, wipe down my counter space, bleach that down a little bit, and make sure I'm not getting juice and brine matter all over the place. And then I'll come back and give the final crabs, the clean crabs, I will give them a thorough washing, and then they'll be ready to fry. Now, if you want, like last time I did fried crabs, what I did is I cleaned them the day before and I fried them the next day. Now, some people may not think that's a good idea, but what I did is once I cleaned them all the way, cleaned them thoroughly, I stored them in the freezer bags, and I put them in ice. And I didn't put them in the freezer because I didn't want them frozen. I just wanted them to make sure they're chilled. And my refrigerator is really, really cold. If you put anything in the top, it usually freezes. So when I put them in the refrigerator, that kept them really, really cold. So the next day, I took them out a little while to let them get room temperature before I was ready to fry them. Now, some people, I'm not sure. Now, if you think that's a bad idea, let me know. Some people say just cook them right away. Of course, if you're going to cook them live, of course, yes. But they're going to be fried, so it's not important for them to be live. You know, once I fry them, they just need to be cleaned, which is what we're doing now. So just FYI, if you did want to, you know, clean them the next day, well, clean them the first day and then fry them the next day, that is possible. I've done that before, but I'm going to be frying these later on today. So, but I will be keeping them cool until then. So let me get my area clean here and get this mess clean, and I'll be right back to show you how I do the final wash, and then we'll fry these bad boys up. My mouth is watering. I can't wait. I've been waiting on this all week, I swear. I can't wait. So stay tuned. The yucky water. Alright guys, so at this time I have cold water here. These are the crabs I've already cleaned each one of them out separately. So now I'm just giving them a final rinse. Now, I do have a stopper here in the bottom of the sink here. So I'm just running water over these. And then I have my clean bowl here. that I've already washed. And the rest of the things that I have, the rest of the dishes that I use, I'm just going to take those and put those in the dishwasher. And I'm just taking these and I'm just giving them a final rinse. And then they'll be ready for me to prepare. And that's basically it, guys. Giving them a final rinse. This is actually just the cleaning of the crabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cleaning all of these. And then I'm going to come back to you in the next video and show you what it looks like, the process of frying them. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoyed the video. This is stage 1 of easy recipe for frying crabs, but this was the cleaning crab, live crabs. This was cleaning live blue crabs step by step. So guys, hope this video was informative. If you have any questions or any other videos you'd like me to do in the future, I am a seafood lover, also cook a lot of other stuff, so you're going to be seeing a lot of that on my channel. We're also going to show you guys us eating these crabs, so stay tuned for this video, the second part of this video, me frying up these delicious crabs and eating them. I can't wait. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel. This is Mike and Lyric Food Porn, and I'm Lyric, and Mike will be here when I'm ready to eat, because that's the only time he comes, when it's time to eat. Like when it's time to cook, he's nowhere to be found. Where is he? I don't know. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you have a wonderful year. Thank you so much. And what's your New Year's resolution? Tell me in the comments. Mention below. We'll do another video about that later. But thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful 2019. Goodbye. See you later in the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video, and let everybody know what I'm cooking up on this channel. Thank you. Mwah.
Welcome to our ride where anything is possible. This channel's just to explore. Come on in and enjoy your ride. Bring your appetite. It's Mike and Lyric's Food Porn.